The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles 3. Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Wentz now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTyer. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
On the carry.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 57 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down. It's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go to Elliott again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 35 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold-up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
The stop was made by Jannard Avery. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Jake Elliott on for the point.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written him off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Eagles 10.
Elliott good on the extra point. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
46-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Will Parks. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First down.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Deep ball for Goodwin, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Elliott. Now Dak on the option left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
On first down, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.